What's up, guys? Possibly my favorite thing about gym bros is if you were to walk up to any one gym bro, there is like a list of beliefs and character traits and language and just there's a very unique and esoteric culture that we've developed completely unintentionally. So, let's talk about the top 5 things that all gym bros know. We all know it. You know it. I know it. We feel it in like the right around the taint area. We feel it. But we don't really say it out loud that often because we don't really need to. We don't need to acknowledge it. But let's just bask in the glory of our own culture for a minute here. All right. So, number 1, the suffering is fun. Right, real gym bros, okay, and I mean the real gym bros, okay. Anybody that skips leg day, that's not a gym bro because they're there for vanity. They're not there to suffer. Okay, a gym bro, a gym brother, is there to suffer, dude. That's what we revel in. That's what we love. The more uncomfortable we can make ourselves, the more successful we feel. Right, like that's the reason that we're there. That's why. If you tell a gym bro, hey, you got to train to failure, they're like, yes, I love it. I'm all there for it. If you tell a gym bro, hey, maybe you shouldn't quite train to failure, they're like, I'm going to actually physically harm you. And that's awesome, man. It's so cool to be in a room full of people that have gone out of their way in life to go inflict as much suffering and torture upon themselves as possible and enjoy it because they know that that's what gets the good stuff, man. It's cool that the muscles grow as well. But dude, and here's how you know, right? You ever hear someone say, I don't work out because it's hard and I don't like the way it feels. And you're just like, ugh. It's like watching 2 dudes kiss, right? Because we know why we're there. We're there to suffer because it feels fucking awesome. Let's move on. Number 2, and we kind of touched on this a little bit, man, but the gym is a metaphor for life. Like on a more serious note, right? To me, there is no more obvious example of what life actually is than what we go to the gym to do and what happens. We go somewhere to present ourselves with a challenge that we are barely capable of, oftentimes not capable of, right? Because the whole point is to get close to or at failure or to attempt weights that we haven't attempted before, right? So that's the like blueprint for success in life is to seek out challenge, attempt it, understand that failure is all but guaranteed, but also to understand that failure is not the end of the journey. Right? When's the last time you saw a dude fail a squat and be like, well, I guess I'm never going to the gym again? No, he's like, cool. I just need to keep training, maybe train a little bit harder, maybe train a little bit smarter, and then I'm going to knock this out. And then I'm going to set a new goal. And that progress just continues indefinitely, like just about for the rest of their life until it becomes no longer intelligent to try and chase numbers. And then you just set new goals like, hey, man, I want to be able to hold shoulder extension or something for 20 minutes. I don't know, because that'll help me be able to play with my grandkids. Whatever it is, like it never ends, right? But we understand that if it's not hard enough, it's not even worth doing. Like nobody goes to the gym and is like, oh, I'm going to hit 5 sets of 5 bicep curls, 5-pound dumbbells, get some decent work in. Like, no. Because that's not hard. I mean, maybe for somebody that's hard. And if that is hard, awesome, go do it. And keep doing it until you can do more and then do more. But that's the whole point, is to go do things really hard. That makes us better. So we find a new challenge and we progress onto that. And that's why I think that the average gym bro is such a cool motherfucker. It's because we all know that. And that's what we're all there for. We've embraced it. We're paying money and going out of our way to do that, and we kind of like structure our whole personality and philosophy about life that way. And I think that's pretty sick. And if you walked up to the average dude that looks really jacked and asked him that, I guarantee he would tell you he views the gym that way. Number 3, we would instantly have a gym bro's back in a situation if we encountered them in public without even knowing what the situation was. So let's picture this, right? You're at the gym, you're trying to hit a bench PR, and none of the homies that you know are there, but there's another dude, he looks kind of strong. So you go up to him, you're like, hey man, can you spot me real quick? He comes over, you don't know this guy's name. This guy doesn't know your name. And honestly, neither of you really care, because you don't need to know the dude's name for that to be a bro. So he tells you, absolutely, brother, let's go get this, which all gym bros will do, by the way. No gym bro has ever said, nah, man, I'm too busy, I can't spot you. A gym bro will abandon their workout to come spot you. But a gym bro also will not ask you to spot them if you're in the middle of a set or clearly about to go up for a set. I digress. So you get up to the bench, right? You get set. He's like, all right, don't be a pussy. Come on, we're going to hit this. This thing's going up, man. So you unrack, you go down, you start pressing. Dude, it looks like you're about to fail, right? His hands are right there, but they're not quite on the bar. It's looking questionable. But you know what? He doesn't touch the bar. And you grind it out, and you get it up. And that was a damn good spot. Okay? That dude is now, that's a gym brother. Okay? Still don't know his name. But he fist bumps you. He's like, that was good shit. Doesn't matter how much weight it was. Could have been 135. But if you just put that much effort into it, he's going to be like, that was awesome, dude. That was good shit. And then he's going to go finish his workout. You're going to finish your workout. And then 3 weeks later, you're going to see him in Walmart, right? Haven't talked to this dude since then, but you see him in Walmart. And a suspicious individual seems interested in inciting conflict with said gym bro. Now, he is like all the way on the other end of the dairy section, right? Like 100 feet away. But you've eyed the situation. You can't hear what they're talking about. You have absolutely no idea what's going on. But you see a physical altercation begin to break out. But suspicious character has a buddy with him. It's now 2-on-1. That's not cool. So you run in there. You whoop some ass in defense of your gym bro. You have no idea what the scenario was. So many reasons why it could have been gym bro's fault. But you know what? It wasn't. You were right to defend your gym bro, because he's already proven his character to you. He gave you a damn good spot. You know that this is a quality dude. And without any encouragement, without any urging, without any social pressure of any kind, you went, you had his back, and you were right for doing so. And we would all do that. And after the event, you still probably would not tell each other your name. He'd just be like, I really appreciate that, bro. He'd be like, absolutely, man. And then you wouldn't call the police, because reporting that you just got in a fight is kind of gay. You just got in a fight. It's all good. Go home. We would all do that for each other. I think we don't even need to acknowledge that. We just know. So if you see a gym bro out in public, you know somebody's there, and they got your back should some suspicious individuals come looking for the hands. Let's move on. Initially, I think when we get into the gym, obviously, we're there to lose weight or to get jacked or to get stronger. But if you're a gym bro, and so it becomes a part of your life, that doesn't remain your goal forever, right? Like you may come up to a dude and be like, what are you training for, man? And he might be like, man, I'm just trying to keep getting more jacked. And that's true. But after a certain period of time, none of us are there for the tangible results anymore. We're all just there to continue fighting the inner bitch, because we know that every workout that we don't want to do, but we still show up for, even though we want to show up for most of them, but sometimes you're like, man, I want to, Battlefield 6 just came out, I got to keep grinding, but no, it's leg day. I got to go hit legs. Congratulations, you just fought the inner bitch and you won. Or you're in the middle of a set, you just hit 12 reps and you're like, I could call it there and be reasonably proud of myself, but you really got like 3 more, and you grind those 3 reps out. Congratulations, you just fought your inner bitch and you won. And that's what we're really there for. It's a place to extinguish weakness and to find strength. And that sounds wrong to anybody that doesn't have the gym in their life. They'd be like, no, you guys are all just meatheads and you're there for vain reasons. You just want to look at your biceps in the mirror. It's like, do I want to look at my biceps in the mirror? Absolutely. They're some sick pythons. But what I'm really there for and what I cherish most is the opportunity to kill a weaker version of myself and birth a stronger one. And I think that we would all agree with that. A couple honorable mentions of some things that every real gym bro knows. Both CrossFit and the carnivore diet are gay. Let's move on to number 5. This is a big one, and all jokes aside, I genuinely believe this. The average gym bro, now I'm talking like at least 2 years of training, has more internal dialogue, has spent more time philosophizing, thinking, pondering, reflecting, engaging introspection about all aspects of life, personhood, character, religion, society, culture, than literally any other cohort of people on the planet. And that includes people whose job it is to study those things. If you were to walk up to a dude in the gym, he's at least kind of jacked, so you know he's got at least a few years of training under his belt. He's got that look on his face like he is ready to engage in an act of violence at any moment. He's got his headphones on, he's between sets, and he's just like, you go up and talk to that dude, first of all, he's going to be one of the nicest guys you've ever met. No, he's going to be one of the kindest guys you've ever met. Maybe not nice, but he's going to be one of the kindest. If you engage him in some deep conversation, you've just forfeited an hour of your life. Easy. The average guy in the gym that has been in there, suffering, working, you guys know. Between sets, we're like pondering the questions of life. And in order to accept the fact that we're there to fight the inner bitch, in order to accept the fact that the gym is a metaphor for real life, we have to have spent some serious time pondering what life is and what is the importance of fighting the inner bitch. Like, what happens if we're not in there training? The average guy in the gym has some really big reasons for why they're in there. They've accepted the fact that if their job is to protect, well, they need to be ready to protect. If their job is to provide, they need to be ready to provide. If their job is to lead, they need to be the most fit to do so by example, showing discipline, strength, consistency, planning, and follow through. And you just can't be the best version of yourself if you're not exercising in some way. And maybe your job requires that of you. But if you walk into a place where people have decided to pay money and constantly pursue self-betterment, you're going to encounter some of the most insightful and wise people, particularly for their age, than any other building that you could walk into, right? Libraries, no, bunch of nerds. College campuses, bunch of nerds with money. Gyms, though, that's where the modern day stoic is at. That's where the philosophers are at. So to my gym brothers out there, you know, I know, if you want to have a deep conversation about life, go to a gym. Look for a dude that is real quiet and looks like he's been there for a little bit. Start a conversation with him, and you're both probably going to learn some shit about the world.